Today we're making these ridiculously easy but unbelievably delicious restaurant style Italian breadsticks. Oh, they're so good and so easy to make. Yum! Oh, they just melt in your mouth. They're so good. Oh, you're gonna love them. For a full copy of today's recipe, check us out on Facebook at Poppy's Cucina or right here on YouTube under the Community tab. You'll find the recipe there. These breadsticks are so good, I can't stop eating them. All right, let's get started. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get 3/4 of a cup of whole milk along with half a cup of water with 2 teaspoons of sugar, and you're going to heat it up between 110 and 120 degrees. We're at 111-ish. Perfect. So to this, we're going to add 1 packet or 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. So now we're going to give this a stir and then give the yeast some time to bloom. About 5-10 minutes. You're going to see it's going to have like a nice 1-inch head on it, and it's going to be ready to go. Nice. And while you're waiting for your yeast to bloom, in your stand mixer, you're going to add 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. That's right, we're using all-purpose flour for this. You don't want to use bread flour because the all-purpose is going to make the breadsticks much more tender. And to this, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt along with 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic. Now you just want to run it with the hook attachment just to get all the ingredients mixed together well. And once your yeast has bloomed, we're going to pour that right into the flour mixture. Make sure you get all that yeast in there. And to this, we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of a good extra virgin olive oil. Make sure you're using one that you like because you're really going to taste it. All right, so now we're going to mix this with the hook attachment for about 5 to 6 minutes or until we get a nice not too sticky dough, but you don't want it too dry either. If it's too dry, add a little bit more water. If it's too wet, add a little bit more flour. All right, so we're going to mix this for about 5 to 6 minutes. Just like that. And now we're going to knead this on the counter a few times to make a nice, smooth dough ball. Nice. Just like that. And into a large bowl it's going to go with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Make sure you coat both sides. And then we're going to wrap this up tightly and allow it to proof in a nice warm area for about 45 minutes to an hour. You want it to double in size. All right, so we'll see this later. Make sure you cover it tightly. So just under an hour later, you'll see the dough got nice and big. It's doubled in size. Nice. So we're going to remove it from the bowl and onto a lightly floured surface it's going to go. What we're going to do is we're going to stretch this out. You can do this by hand, or you can use a rolling pin if you want. We're going to make this into like a 14 by 10 rectangle, I'm sorry. All right, so we're just going to continue to stretch this out. I think I need a little bit more flour. Just like that. And now we're going to cut this into quarters. So you're going to try to just eye it up and cut this in half. You really need to get a dough cutter. All right, and then we're going to cut these in half like that as well. All right, easy so far. What do you guys think? You like this recipe? You loving it? Not too impressed? Let me know in the comments. All right, so now each quarter, what we're going to do is we're going to cut them into 5 strips. Try to make it as little even as possible. Let's see, so we'll do 1, 2, 3. Let's make it a little bit wider. All right, so just into 5 strips. All right, and then we're going to form this into just like a little loaf of bread. About 8 inches, 7. Nobody's measuring. You make this as big or as small as you want. But you want it to kind of look like a breadstick, right? All right, just like that. So we're going to put this onto a parchment-lined baking sheet, and now we're going to do that to the rest of them. Just like that. Nice, easy. Aren't they cute? Try to keep them straight. We don't want crooked breadsticks, right? All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to loosely cover this, and we're going to put this back in that warm spot, and we're going to let these proof for 1 more hour. So they're going to get nice and puffy. Yum. All right, so these have been proofing for another hour. See how nice and poofy they got? So I melted a 1/4 cup of salted butter And now what we're going to do is we're just going to coat each of these breadsticks lightly with some butter. You don't want to use all the butter because we're going to coat them again when they come out. Yeah. All right, so we're going to continue brushing all these with a nice light layer of butter. Nice. Just like that. And now into a preheated 425 degree oven they're going to go for about 10-12 minutes. You can see they're going to poof up nice. They're going to become nice golden brown. You don't want them to get too dark. Maybe you want them on the paler side, so cook them for a little bit less, but you want them in there for around 10 minutes. So start taking a look at them around the 8-minute mark. All right, but into the oven they're going to go. Oh, I can't wait. And while we're waiting for the breadsticks to cook, with the remaining butter, you're going to add just about a tablespoon or so of olive oil and a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. We're going to mix this up. This is what we're going to put on the breadsticks when they come out. Oh, yeah. We are not playing games with these sticks, let me tell you. Oh, so much flavor in this little bowl right here. Oh, it's going to be so good. I hope they cook fast. All right, so I just pulled these out of the oven. They took a little bit longer. They took 14 minutes, but I wanted them nice golden brown. Look how beautiful they are, aren't they? They're also really hot. And now, while they're super hot, we're going to brush on this beautiful Parmesan butter mixture right on top. I'm going to brush this all, give that beautiful buttery, cheesy coating that we love from these breadsticks. So good. So good. All right, so we're going to keep coating them, and then we're going to give them a try. Yum! Bon appetit. It melts in your mouth. Between the cheese, the butter, the olive oil. These are amazing. And now you can make these at home, and now you never have to go to that restaurant again. Because it's even better. Oh my gosh, you've got to try this recipe. And if you do, let us know. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Poppy's Cucina. Thanks!
But now you know what I need. That's right. All right, so for today's Italian rum punch, yeah, we're going to start with 2 ounces of orange juice, 1 ounce of strawberry daiquiri mix, and we're going to do 2 ounces of a dark rum, and to finish it off, 1.5 ounces of amaretto. Nice. All right, we're gonna get this good shaky, and we pour. Ooh, that looks good. Definitely looks like a punch. All right, let's give it a try. Salute. Oh my gosh, it's fabulous. So fruity. Then you get that beautiful amaretto finish. Oh, this is a keeper. So if you try this drink, let us know. We'll see you again soon. Love you guys.